Hey everybody, what's going on? Zach Katz here, and today we're taking a look at DC Wave 7 Flash. He came originally with Gorilla Grodd, and he is one of 4 Flash figures, but the first 2 are basically the same, just with different heads, just kind of like how Minimates used to be. Subtle variations count as 2 figures, whereas nowadays it would have been just packaged inside. So, um, so essentially, this is the third Flash. You have the C3 Flash, and then you have the Golden Age. But this one's probably my favorite. It's supposed to be Barry Allen, but there are some curious things if you know the difference between Barry Allen and Wally West, and I'll point those out. But if you're naive to the fact that there are any mistakes to this, just enjoy it for what it is, as it's a very cool Minimate. And I think they do a great job capturing the character. So let's take a closer look as we rotate him around. Just a very nice pearlescent red, just very nice looking. Goes all the way around the figure. The yellow doesn't stick out as much because I believe the red, but it's still enough where you can see the yellow obviously, but it's not as vibrant, doesn't pop as much. But it's not a big deal. So, just a standard Minimate, with a mask. He does have special treaded boots, which I prefer. Just think they're cooler than regular feet. There's a more around look too. Cool. Comes with one accessory, and that's a alternate hairpiece. And it's the first thing you recognize is Wally West is a redhead, and Barry Allen's blonde. So he comes with a red hairpiece. He's got red eyebrows. So it's definitely a Wally West, head. So let's bring in the C3 Minimate. They're always running. And see, he has some lining on his tempo. I prefer it without it. I think it looks better without it. He's got a bigger lightning bolt on his chest. He's got more detail to his body, but this is a comic book version, whereas this is a cartoon. So, the similarities and the differences, they all make sense for the medium. It's no fun having that on there. So the similarities, you see this tempo as well as this wrist. There's more of an angle on both of them on Barry than Wally. I think Wally's captures it pretty well, but who cares? I mean, at the moment right now, we're never going to get more DC Minimates, and I definitely think that, they're both worth having. I think I grew up not a big comic book reader. I grew up watching a lot of superhero cartoons, and that's where I became a fan. And one of my favorites was the Justice League. And like my friend Cade said, his favorite character is the Flash. Well, I mean, that was my favorite too. I just liked his personality, and he's funny. So I don't know if I would pick this one over this one. Both are out there. They're both a little bit more expensive, but don't pay too much, because there's always somebody who will have an auction and start it lower. So just be smart with what you would pay for them. But if you love the character of the Flash, and I just think he's just really cool, it's worth to get. He's a cool Minimate. I wish there were a couple of things that they would have done differently. If you can Google the concept art. The concept art had some streaks that came, you'd put on his wrists so it looked while he was running, like he does in the comics with the streaks. I think that would have been really cool, but not a big deal. Like I said, it's the Flash, and unfortunately DC Minimates isn't currently producing more Minimates. They I don't know if they decided that they weren't selling well enough back when they made them. But all they have to do is look at Marvel and how successful they are. They're on Wave 63, just got released, and 64 should be coming up later this year. So Minimates, I think there's enough people out there to buy them, and there's enough DC fans who really appreciate the return of DC Minimates. So if you watch my video and you have any pull at DC, there's an audience out there. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a great day.